Oh, no, no. I wanted that one. Let's see here. Where do I... Now I want this. It's, oh. Hey. Okay. There's quite a delay though. Don't know if this is gonna work as well as I want it to. Jam spoon art. Okay. Well, let's see if I have that one, but let's go that one. No, this one. Oh. Yeah, here we go. Well, Laura, can you hear me? How's the sound? Problem is, I'm what's it called? This is harder to do than it looks. Talk and draw. You see how people get just quiet. You're kind of hard to hear. Static a little bit. Talk more about anything. Well, this is the first time I've tried it. Initially, I don't know. This is so difficult. They said it was kind of difficult to kind of get started and to really get going, but hopefully I can persevere. I don't know. Seems to be drawing pretty good though. It's just hard to hear me though, right? So that means I need to figure out how to Realtek speakers, but I think I need to go into and get these things on. See if there's a way to that's not what I wanted. Go back. Sound. Test your microphone. Troubleshoot. Detecting problems. It seems to be okay. Microphone. Okay. But how do I jack up the volume for it? I don't know, did that help any? Did that make it louder? Gee, thanks for the old man glasses. I appreciate that. You're getting better. Talk like you're talking to me. What do you mean talk like I'm talking to you? Well, yes, it's better. Alright, well, I guess I'll just go from there. It's ridiculous seeing all this stuff, right? Talk to you about random things. Mel told me I had to do this, so I guess I'm going to try and try to do this. This is for Inktober. Watched an interesting interview with this guy named Alex Banyan, I think it was, about breaking into businesses, breaking into anything actually, and how he wrote a book called The Third Door, and how what is the third door. I think Twitch might end up being the third door for a lot of artists. Talks about the fact that when it comes to he likened it to getting into a club. Most clubs have the front door. There's he said there's the wait list. You know, you drive up, get out of the car, everybody's gawking at you, and you just walk right into the place because you're on the list. You know, you're going to come across those people that are just automatically on the list, you know. They've got a ton of followers already. Maybe they already have a successful family name attached to them. Oh, that looks horrible. There's all types of ways that people already have ends in these businesses or in these industries, and then there's all these people who want a taste of it, want in, and how are we going to get in? So his book, The Third Door, talks about that idea that, you know, there's those people who run around the back of the alley, sneak in that back door, maybe they crawl through a bathroom window. You know, you do whatever it takes. he gave a great example about Lady Gaga and how she would take the earnings, the money she got from waitressing, and she'd have these big posters printed up, and then she'd take them and she'd hang them up across the need to turn off. No, if I turn off touch, then I can't do this. She'd hang them up across the street from a club that she wanted to sing at, so that the promoter or the owner of the club, when he came out to get in his car, would see her poster up there and be like, hey, who's this Gaga? I need to have her singing at my place. That was one of her ways to get gigs when she first started. So I kind of feel like Twitch might be a great way for some of us that aren't already big studio successes or huge Instagram followers, and or have huge Instagram followings and things like that, to start getting a name out there for ourselves. The hardest thing to do is to get that following, and everybody knows seems like the easiest part is to make the stuff. The hard part is to get people to notice that you've made it. Oh, that's gonna get tiresome. That's nice. I'm hoping this is working. I'm hoping that it's recording. I was having a problem with it recording, and my camera would freeze up. I'm hoping that's just indicative of a bad USB port, and that it's actually recording just fine, so that I'll post this up on the Facebook later also. Wow, that is a pain in the rear end. I'm not used to Manga Studio, so this is one of the first times I'm really using it to ink. I've mainly done stuff in Photoshop because Photoshop seems to like me. I'll probably try to do something here soon, and it won't go as well, and then I'll be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be using this. Yeah, that's my wife telling me what I got to do. Right? Well, we'll tell them eventually, babe. For right now, I think for this one, I just wanted to make sure that this is all working okay. Iron out these bugs now. That way, when I really start, I won't be... Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Ah, boy. I just get rid of that line. This inking brush is really nice. This is just a default inker, the G pen that's here in Clip Studio. This thing's really I love how look at the size I got. It's up to 57, but I can do these little beautiful little lines. Reminds me of using a brush pen. This brush pen that I have. Man, Pilot? Is it Pilot? I can't remember what it's called, but it's pretty good. Anybody knows how to turn that dumb thing off? I'll be happy. Here's my problem though, I get quiet. I start to thinking about what I'm doing, and I run out of things to talk about. That's where those guys with the huge Instagram followings come. They're that edge, you know, those front door guys. They can have those followers that help them out with conversations. All else fails, talk about what I'm doing. I made a line. Just kidding. She's gonna smack me for that one. The only other thing too is I don't have this set up yet because I'm doing all this on my Wacom Cintiq companion. So I have the USB camera attached to that. I'm streaming off of that, but I don't have the chat set up on it to see. I have the chat streaming on another computer up here, and because of that, there's a delay. Why did I draw her? I drew her because of this Raygun. So I live in Orem, Utah, and there are a ton of animation / illustrators. A lot of children's book illustrators here, actually. Will Terry, Guy Francis, tons of animators. I'm going to start just dropping names. Like Mel Dukes here, and I guess an LA thing that used to happen, that it's what they called sketch lunch, where a bunch of creatives from the area would get together and go have lunch. So a lot of these guys also teach down at the local colleges here, and between the local colleges and these creatives, they started thinking of doing their own sketch lunch. And that's where I met Guy, and Guy loves to make him some ray guns. He's makes them in his shop, and this is one of the ray guns he made. So I wanted to do, I thought I would do a girl attached to the ray gun, because the ray gun's just really cool. He made out of this old time steel drill. This is all red. It's just gorgeous. All red right here. Hopefully I'm doing it justice. Man, it's difficult when you start getting into all this stuff to make sure you're not killing yourself with tangents. All you have to do is take enough classes from these guys at the school to just, man, they just beat you on them tangents, man. What I mean by a tangent is when you like right here, I could have put this line right where this crease is from this, and then it would look like that crease just extended right down on into in fact it still kind of does, doesn't it? So because this line is not going to go anywhere, get rid of that one. Thicken that line up, see if how that looks. No. I'd probably have that get lost back there. Let's have that get lost a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. How do some of these crazy guys? I watched Mel stream last Friday for 3 hours and 40 minutes. That's some talking. No, what did I just do? I can barely keep it up for 4 or 5 minutes, and he went 3 hours just non-stoppage. I'm hoping to do wow, see, never do something intricate right before you're ready to talk. I'm gonna liken it to putting food in your mouth right before you say something. Ooh-wee. So what I'm wanting to do is I worked on a graphic novel with a gentleman by the name of Marty Rasmussen. He wrote it, and I've been illustrating it for far too long, but it is what it is. And So I hope to be doing some pages of that on here. I hope to be doing some more fun stuff like this, just some random drawings. I hope to work on a couple other story ideas that me and Marty have worked on. We worked on one called A Town Called Liberty, and then I have another story that I'm wanting to do. It's more of a space opera type of book. A little Barbarella thrown in, stuff like that. I really enjoy that type of stories. So I want to do more of that. Be glad to try some commission work, I'm sure, here and there. See, there's going to get me in trouble with another tangent. So we'll just get rid of that and turn it into a little nub. I tell you, I think tangents might be the #1 killer of small press guys. And it comes down to just a simple thing of the human mind is so unbelievably smart that it doesn't have to know, it doesn't have to be like, you know, the arm comes down into the hand, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. You know, you have your anatomy right, but you do that wrong, and it just, your brain would be like, I don't know why it looks bad, I don't know why I don't like it, but I don't like it. And I think a lot of guys out there who are trying to do self-publishing could save themselves a lot of heartache with just some basic fundamentals like that. They don't have to be extreme fundamentals, just simple fundamentals. Some of you might be wondering right now, how am I getting that straight edge? I put a ruler down. Just put a clear ruler straight down on top of my Cintiq like it's actual paper. You know how long it took me to figure that one out? Seems like the simplest thing, right? Just I put this down. Just an old architect's template. Put this just straight right down on top of the paper, on top of the Cintiq screen, and use that as a ruler. That's not what I wanted. Something more like that. See, I've gone quiet again. And I know that once I start getting some followers on here and start get that chat going, that will help. Hey. That work? Nope. I'm not used to sitting up in this chair drawing like this. I'm usually down on the couch. So it makes the Cintiq so nice. I can just set it on my lap and use it. Where'd that spot come from? Was that on there the whole time? Oh man, how far back does that go? I was noticing that on a stream Mel was doing yesterday. Kept on getting these little weird flyers like that. Must be a product of the touch. That is frustrating. Too far. What should it say? I don't think I had anything on there. Speedy Zap. Speedy Zap. The zapper that zapped you speedily. That's what I love about that brush. It does really good with the pressure sensitivity. And that's the hardest thing for me. I always watch people do their tutorials or do drawings, and they're on there and the brush is just working like this magic thing, and it's like, ooh, you know, you're always like, hey, what brush do you use? And they tell you what brush to use, so you go out there and you find the brush, load it up, and it don't work nothing like how they're using it. Took me forever to get comfortable in Photoshop or any of that stuff. It took me forever to find brushes that I actually felt like did anything, that actually worked. So frustrating. So sometimes when I gotten to the point now where I don't ask anybody, hey, what brush you're using, or so I don't know how many times you watch them use the brush and they're like, oh, that's a custom one that I picked up along the way. I don't remember where I found it. Ah, so you don't even remember how it's set up. Yeah, that didn't come out right. So I would just say, artist says, here's the brushes I use. Hey, download them, play with them for a while till you find something that actually works for you. That's what I finally did. Now I got to the point where I'll tell you how bad it is with the I'm not used to using touch. I just went to move the whole computer to try to rotate the page, and it's like, you ever been painting or inking digitally and forget you're doing it digital, so then you want to smudge something by rubbing your finger over it, and you rub the screen and nothing happens? I'm such an idiot. I do that far too many times. You ever like peeked over to see, thinking you can see more picture than actually there, because, you know, in real life all you have to do is adjust your angle and you'll see it. But, or is it just me? It's probably just me. Did that translate? How'd that look? Yeah, one thing I think people they forget what they're inking, or just what they're working on in general. You know, in comic books, what makes a, you know, they always talk about soft lines for the women, and I know Loomis talked about the fact that one of his quotes that I wrote down from him was it's 10% what you draw, I think it is 90% how you draw it. Or is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around, actually. 90% what you draw, 10% how you draw. You know, I think that's the reason why when you start asking a lot of these uber pros, and you start asking them, hey, what brush are you using? Hey, what materials are you using? And they're like, what I bought at the store. Excuse me, sorry about that. And they're just like, just whatever. And the reason is, I think it's that. It's like, it's built in. about that. What you're drawing versus how you're drawing it. That, because we all seen enough people out there, and you wonder how in the world is so many people watching them draw and or following this person. It usually has nothing to do with how they draw it. It's what they're drawing. I think I may have got unplugged. OBS dumped me, huh? Thanks a lot, OBS. Hopefully I'm back up and going. Oh. It doesn't look like I'm actually streaming though. Oh, here we go. So I guess, sorry about that, I guess OBS dumped me for some reason. Okay. So, I don't know how long that was off for. What I said and didn't say, sorry. I'm still getting used to this touch. Now I've gone quiet because now I'm worried about it dumping me again. Lost my train of thought. What I was saying before it got disconnected. Sorry. Not used to sitting up here in this chair, bending over, looking down like this. My wife just messaged me. Nothing is happening. I think it froze. Because of the time delay that I have. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I think it's... I'd gotten disconnected, but now it's up and going again. What do I get for trying to do that without glasses? Can't believe I have to wear glasses now. It's so freaking annoying. Ooh, too far there. Aye. Good thing for digital, man. It's saving my hide. Ooh, that was a nasty line. I had nothing on it. There we go. I don't know. Does that work? Probably. I like that. See, I don't like that though. But I love these happy little accidents that happen. That's the great thing about digital is it seems like all that goes away, but you can still get that stuff. That's probably one of the main reasons why people give digital such a hard time, is because We're getting rid of all those happy little accidents. Yeah. Until that accident's not so happy. You ever had that one? You ever been inking with that cool pen and you're just rocking it? And you thought something was frozen, you put your hand down, and it's all inked up, and you go and put it down again right in the middle of the picture. Whole thing shot. That is not a happy accident. Especially when you're like a good amount of the way through the picture, you know what I mean, right? You're yelling and screaming. Wife thinks you killed something. Excuse me. A few allergies bugging me. You gotta love this brush that just allows you to do some of these thickness here, thin there, and before you know it, it's helping you hopefully give you that little bit of extra crinkly leather look. I'm hoping that's coming across. Probably not. But just on my brain. That's okay. That's why I'm happiest anyways, right? Woody. I'm also hoping it'll be fun maybe eventually to well, did I get dumped again? Oh no. Do some buffering. I think it might be my internet. Probably because I'm upstairs. It's not. I might be too far away from the actual internet box. Let me use that inking with the thingamabobber again. Kind of wanted that, but not that much of a I'll try to have to probably stream better times when the wife's not home. That way I can be downstairs closer to the internet box. Eventually I'll have to get some of those internet extension pods, range boosters. But that's gonna have to be like one of those that's like a Patreon goal. I'll be able to do that when I can afford it. But until then, I'll just have to live with it when she's home. It's all good. I thought what I'd do is I'd just get the outlines all in really good, and then I can come in later and put any type of shading I want. Beautiful. Big dark eyes in there. Oh, forget I'm using this. It already has it down here. So, still have to decide on this where I want to put the where I want the shadow to come from. Hip just cramped. It is not used to sitting this way. I really had fun doing this one when I first was creating her. I think I'm gonna modify the suit a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I should probably do all that on another layer. Let's go underneath. Okay. your outfit going to be shiny black or matte black? Can't tell what to do, what to say. Shall we send our poor rubies away? Stop talking again. Oh, this is going to be rough. Wow, that doesn't look good. I got a little bit there, so we come this way with the light. So a little bit of shadow there from the hair, but other than that, I knew I was going to run out of things to say. Don't like that either. Oh. I do not know how I'm going to make this look halfway decent. I'm just getting rid of both of those. Ah! This thing dumped me again. I think it's the internet just so bad up here, generally speaking. This will make it a little bit tougher. Still. Huh. Still recording. So, hey, I said that one. What the hell? This. Maybe it's my machine. Ah, you rat bastard. Oops, sorry. I can see that this process is going to be a nice, smooth thing for me. And everybody wonders why we just don't jump into this stuff. Last thing most artists want to do is fight with the medium. And you could consider Twitch as the medium. Yeah. That was just the wife telling me that it froze again. And it hasn't come back on. No, I think I might leave it like that, actually. Where's still hasn't made the reconnection. I hit start streaming. Failed to connect. I guess I need to hit. No, it's not there. Oh, okay. Let's try it again. Sorry. You guys don't need to have to watch that. That tells you a lot there, how grainy that is, so. Hey, it's back working again. Yeah, this brush is really nice and expressive. You know, you don't have to fight, you know, constantly what's it called, erasing to find a nice little line. I studied for a very short time. A man by the name of Bill Whitaker, just an amazing, astounding artist. And when I first showed him my work, he said, "Well, you can draw, but we need to help you find how to make some beautiful lines." That always sticks in my head about beautiful lines. Am I making beautiful lines? And I know people try to tell me I can make a beautiful line here and there, but it's not. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. I'm just gonna cover it up anyways. So I've worked pretty hard at trying to force myself to make pretty lines, but in general my handwriting is pretty nasty. Oh, can you imagine doing that traditionally? A big old glob of it just shoots out of your pen. No Sean Gordon Murphy, that's for sure. That guy knows how to do him some inking. I'm going to do this. Hopefully that worked. Ooh. Whoa. Well, I'm pretty boring, aren't I? I need to. Wish I could elevate. How's that look? I don't know if I like that as much. Let's see. Let's try pulling this back this way. And we'll get some more. I don't know. No. I'm gonna get kicked again, huh? I'm not gonna be able to stream up here, it looks like. Ah, it buffered. It came back. I need to come up with some topics. You guys have some streaming topics you'd like me to talk about or cover, or eventually I'd like to get to where on the stream we could even help some people out if you think I can help. I don't know if you think I can help you as far as talking maybe about some of those we were talking earlier about tangents, and if there's some anatomy stuff that I can help with, if I can, you know, like give a shot. Perspective, I'm not exactly the greatest, but I know some stuff here and there about it. You know, if there's anything I can help with, I'll more than gladly try to do a thing where it can upload your image. Maybe we can just work on it right there, right on here on the feed. You know what I mean? Work it out together. Whether it's working on some anatomy, some tangents, I can help with some critiques on tangents. I might not always be the greatest at showing you how to do it, but I got a pretty good eye for catching that stuff, you know. If you wanted to, you know, it's like, hey, I'm looking to send this into Image or whoever. Is there some things on here that are, you know, maybe some red flags that will make them just open up and shut the door? I've been in some portfolio reviews before. My first couple years down at San Diego Comic Con, I used to do a lot of portfolio reviews. And it's just fascinating how many times there at college, or even just when I'm around with the other artists, and somebody's getting a review, and because it's not like your work, so many people just tune it right out. That's the worst thing you can do. You know, you listen to somebody else give a critique of somebody else's art, and if you apply that to yours, like that guy is doing yours, you start picking up on stuff, man. You start learning, like, oh crap, I do that too. Better yet, it's like, hey, he talked about this is bad. Do I do that? Oh, I did it there, didn't I? Like that tangent. It's not a big deal. It's not overly big. But you know what? In the long scheme of things, I'm telling you, it's just one of those things that sticks in people's heads. They don't know why. What they're looking at bugs them to no end, but it does. You know, for all intents and purposes, you have a hand that just looks perfect. Somebody thinks it's perfect. Now, there's a very well-known artist out there in the comic book world. Damn it. And he has this beautiful poster of the comic book that he was drawing. His team, it's just awesome. It is just one of my favorite things to look at. But he drew this gun, and it's like this not full three-quarter, but it's a slightly off, right? And for some reason, he didn't realize that he drew the barrel straight on. A silencer to it. Everything else is amazing. Worst part, every time I look at that picture, it's exactly where my eye goes. That wonky barrel. And a lot of people don't even see it. I pointed out, oh yeah, you're right, it is wonky. And you might be saying, see, so people just don't care. They don't care. But in the back of their head, I'm telling you, your brain just kind of silently just files that stuff away, like, you know, yeah, it's pretty good, but it's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. You just don't know why. Something tells me this isn't gonna look good. Kind of like that line. Forward, there we go. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that a lot. Simple. Doesn't need a lot of stuff. It'd be interesting to find out though. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Aye. Where's the eraser? Where's the eraser? Okay. And then no. Hey, I like that. That looks pretty cool. I think I'll leave it like that. I know he has a gold if I do that, I'm going to have to do the whole gun. So I think I'll just leave that red spot. Although, ugh. Just put it underneath everything. Sorry, not talking. Nobody's gonna come back. Alright, now go back to this. Pick that. And we'll make this about there. Alright. It's pretty cool. So, sorry I didn't talk there for the last while. And ran out of things to say, and ran out of things I should say. Get myself in trouble. But hey, I hope you have fun. Hope maybe learn something. I'm going to try to do more of these. I'm going to start doing these on a regular basis, and I'll I have a Patreon at Patreon shatteredtime.com, I think it is. Just double check. Yeah, we're Shattered Time. It's a graphic novel that I'm working on with a guy named Marty Rasmussen, and I'm going to start doing some pages. I'll be drawing some pages on that on here. I'll do more stuff like this, and I'll do other things, maybe some painting. Maybe I'll do some traditional work later. Maybe I'm not that good at it, but I can try. Once again, hope you had fun. I'll upload this on YouTube also later. Thank you, and goodbye.